Reported by naturallymoi.com. Cam Newton thinks none of the white people who criticize him are racist. Do you remember last year everyone was criticizing Cam Newton for his showmanship, dabbing, and just about everything else he did on and off the football field that reminded white people that he was a proud black man from Atlanta? You remember, right? You remember when white mothers were writing letters to their local newspapers about how disrespected they felt when it came to his celebratory dance, because of course it was too black for their kids' eyes to see. But with all that criticism, Newton seems to be living in denial when it comes to white people's perceptions about him. In a new interview with GQ, Newton completely shuns any talk about racism when it comes to the criticism he's received, even though you can do a simple Google search and will show you just how many times on the message boards and comment sections he's been called the N-word. It's not racism, Newton told GQ. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't want this to be about race because it's not. It's not, Newton said. Like, we're beyond that as a nation, said Newton. Right, we're beyond racism as a nation. Are you kidding me? Did someone hit Cam Newton over the head with a big bag of rocks? Has he been smoking that K too? Like, does he not own a television, or has he not watched the news? Or is he being paid enough to shut up and not discuss racism, which happens to many black athletes? Newton once referred to himself as an African American quarterback, but I suppose those days are long gone, including his backbone. Newton is post-racial now, of course, until he travels to a state or country that doesn't know him and he is discriminated against or, God forbid, beaten or hurt by police or a citizen because he is tall, muscular, and pretty much a threatening-looking black man to them. I don't even want to touch the topic of black quarterback because I think this game is bigger than black, white, or green, Newton said this past winter. I think we limit ourselves when we just label ourselves black, this, that, and the third. I wanted to bring awareness because of that, but yet I don't think I should be labeled just a black quarterback because it's bigger things in this sport that need to be accomplished. But Cam, you are labeled a black quarterback by many Americans, especially white Americans. See, Cam, if the game were bigger than the black, white, or green, there would be more black quarterbacks, more black coaches, more black owners, and the NFL wouldn't have multi-million-dollar deals with these networks and million-dollar advertisements airing on Super Bowl day, while most football players on an average are pulling in maybe, what, $300,000 a year, $400,000 a year? You feel me? See, that's the thing, Cam. The NFL, NBA, and NCAA are all about race and money. Most of the league's black recruits come from poor urban neighborhoods, and many get passed through college, some not even knowing how to read. And then the team promises them everything and more that they never thought they could have. Then they get them there, work them like a Hebrew slave, off and on the court. Then they tell them they can't associate with black women because it's not a good look, and make sure to keep them in check by fining them when they get out of line or stand for something on the field or court, all while the league is probably ranking in hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only from the various stupid fines they hand out, but also from their deals and sponsorships, many made on behalf of the star athletes they have on their teams. Hell, if the game were bigger than black and white, blacks would have always been allowed to play on major league teams. But you probably don't know that the sports industry used to be segregated, do you? Cam Newton, you're a high-paid slave on a plantation with so many amenities that you forgot it was a plantation. But you keep being a good boy for Massa, Cam, and maybe he won't whip you. Oh, my bad. Fine you. Until next time, guys, I'm Jen Nicole from naturallymoi.com.